welcome into the channel. And today we are going to talk about Marathon. And does anybody remember when Marathon was actually more hyped than Arc Raiders at one point? This game was kind of hyped when it first was revealed and everything from Bungie. And we actually live streamed that reveal event. And I was kind of like, it looks cool. It looks cool and everything. Like it seemed all right. But then as the game started, you know, people started playing it, no proximity chat because it's too toxic, was just like, what? You watch Arc Raider like clips and like everybody's just having a freaking grand old time. And it's just like, wait a second, Marathon, you're going to actually try to drop this game without proximity chat and basically like just a ton of features. It just looked like a bare bone game. You got Arc Raiders that just seemed like it just had so much going for it, like everything. Audio, design, gameplay, it seemed like it just had a lot more to it. So basically when Marathon came out for alpha, and then after that when the play test for Arc Raiders came out, bam, gone. You know, like Marathon was boom, done, and then they delayed it. And now they're back, and they have a Vision of Marathon Bungie Vidoc. And we're going to watch this, and we're going to kind of see what they're cooking up, because I will be playing this on the stream. I don't know if they're going to do a beta, a closed alpha before. I think it drops in March. I'm pretty sure that is. I'm not sure exactly what the date is, but it is coming out next year. And I will be playing this game. I'm definitely interested in it. But the thing is, going into this, I'm going to always compare every extraction shooter to Arc Raiders. It's just what I'm going to do. And the one thing is, your PvE better be damn good, because honestly, me shooting your bots, they better be interesting. They better be interesting. So let's get in it. It's a 22-minute video. Let's get into it. Get right into it. I'm telling you, man, I'm going to compare literally every game to Arc now. Especially extraction shooters, obviously.
Players want more challenge. The whole point of an extraction shooter is that you're challenged to even survive in this world.
That's it.
We heard loud and clear from the alpha, the world didn't feel dangerous. The world didn't feel lived in.
That's obviously an issue. You go over to Arc, and sometimes, man, the Arcs are the issue. You'll be running for your life on the Arc, especially on like night raids. And if you're just like out in the open and stuff, Rocketeer, boom, you're done. So you have to be like really smart on Arc. And like this game, it's just, I don't know, what is their AI gonna do? Like, let's see what they got. Actually, let me shut up.
City for us is this place that really doesn't want you there. And that sort of survival narrative really fits really well with the kind of world that we're creating.
The world needs to feel like there is something sinister underneath the surface, even when the colors are really bright.
You should not be here.
We want to marry the classic Bungie game feel, where you are blasting stuff in the face and it feels amazing, with the sort of high tension of the survival genre.
If you want good loot, you have to go to places where you're taking risks, either risks from other players or risks from AI.
So we have all these tools now, Rook with Prox Chat, and the way the game works and sort of how tense it is. I think all those things work together really well.
We have another Rook. Come on, stop that. No. Sorry.
Okay. Does that sound like Arc Raiders music in the background or something? Or what the hell am I listening to in the background? Are they stealing sounds?
The Marathon ship is essentially a ship that we sent out from Earth, an Earth that was overpopulated, to explore and colonize a star far away that we call Tau Ceti. In a lot of ways, it's like the tale of humanity trying to...
It looks a lot better, for sure.
To go out into the dark void of space, find a place to colonize, and failing terribly at it.
Everyone's gone, something catastrophic happened, and it's not just their absence that's important, it's the things that they left
I don't know
behind.
what it is, but does it seem like it's like a little more blocky than it was before? Is that me, or is it just like... I don't know, maybe they just enhanced the colors and it just sharpened more, so that's just their art style. I don't know.
The modern race to Tau Ceti
I don't know.
all started
Looks good, though.
when a mysterious signal came through the galaxy.
The turmoil that sort of ensues gives rise to all these corporations that were invested in this Marathon project, now going, what happened? How do we recoup our investment?
And then layered on top of that is the greed and corruption of all of the different factions and corporations and revolutionary groups.
In our version of the world, we send people out not just to discover what happened, but also to collect from the things that remain there, and those people are runners.
Okay.
As a runner, you're a biocybernetic
I'm gonna always say raider. I don't know, but runner, I'd have to get used to that.
mercenary who's traded their human
You're a
body
raider.
for a biosynthetic one.
You're not an unkillable god slayer. You are a mercenary, a disposable mercenary. You will live, you will die.
They are not people. You are the person. You go into that shell and adopt the personality matrix that is specifically designed to help you do the thing that you need to do. And you've been hired by these factions to come to Tau Ceti to scavenge it for anything that might be of value.
As a runner, you've left your body behind. You've traveled light years so that you can have access to the ultimate payday.
With extraction shooters, it is all about survival. There are other people who want the same things that you want, and it's up to you to vest them.
So for this game, like, to compete with Arc Raiders, it's the one thing that it has kind of going for it, which is the first-person shooter. Like, being a first-person shooter might attract a lot of people from the FPS genre, but will it keep them there? That's the other thing, because I feel like even some people that prefer FPS might come to this game and be like, you know what, though? I'll go play Arc Raiders. Like, it's just a better experience. I just don't know. I'm very worried of how is their AI gonna be, like, interesting to me? Like, are they just gonna stand there and shoot me, or are they gonna do something? Are they actually gonna feel like almost like a player where, like, they're smart, they're learning, they're different? Because, like, I just don't see it. You know what I mean? I'm watching this and only thing I see is first person shooter. That's like, oh, okay, this could be pretty cool. Because if you take the Arc Raider elements, put it in the first person, game, and if they can have like the immersiveness, the audio, like, they have to nail a lot of this stuff, because it's like these little things, like all these little small things add up, and Arc Raiders Empire kills it with all the small things that adds up to these big things. Does that make sense? I might be rambling a little bit here, but they just got to nail everything. That's what I'm trying to say. And I just don't know if they can do it. I don't know. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see, guys. I don't know, man.
You're listening for the anticipation of something.
All right, let's watch this and let's try to learn some stuff.
Did I just hear a gunshot? Did I hear AI just alert? And then there's the loud, bombastic action moments where the minute something is alerted, the minute you're in that fight, now it's go time.
Horrible aim.
Players particularly pose a lot of danger to you. They can make a lot of decisions that you might find illogical and completely trick you into scenarios.
Looks cool.
Sometimes the best loot box is another.
So this is the UI, huh? So that's just the thing about Arc Raiders. It's just so simple. There's a lot of colors here, very colorful. So, okay. So there's just like, all right, so there's like these symbols here. I don't know. I guess if you play the game, you'll know what this stuff is, but man, is this a little it's just like when I look at Tarkov and watch Tarkov gameplay. Everybody's futzing around in this bag. Every time I watch Tarkov freaking like gameplay, or if I go try to at least, they're futzing around in here. There's, you know what I mean? It's just a lot going on, and I don't know. Arc Raiders just has it right, which it's just simple.
Player that you see along
it's less. There's less there.
So there's a few different ways you can play the game. So
it's easier to understand, if that makes sense. Like that, I don't know. I'm completely lost. At least with Arc Raiders, I jumped on and I kind of got some of it. You know what I mean? And then I learned it. I don't know. Coming into something where you don't know anything, you kind of get pissed, and guess what? I quit the game. That's what a lot of people do.
So one of them is you can
I'm
play
just trying to think of ways to get people on this game.
And also through Clearfill, which will just match you with 2 other players. You can play solo, and you'll jump into a game with a bunch of other solo players.
big W, because if you don't have solos, F your game, bro.
In solo, I think
F
the
it.
stakes are a bit higher, right? You have only yourself
Get it
to
out of
rely
my
on.
face.
You still have prox chat, so you can call out to other solos, but you know, you are playing a tense alliance game where it's really up to them whether or not they decide to honor or respect that alliance you might have created.
It's all about figuring out what's your investment, what's your stake, when to get in, when to get out, and when to kill the other guy. Being good at Marathon is like playing poker with guns.
One of the things we've really focused on is making sure the environments are selling the tone we want to hit with the game.
We've brought a little bit of groundedness, a little bit of grit, a little bit of darkness, a little bit of that mood that kind of is necessary for an extraction shooter to feel dangerous.
Our biggest goal has always been player
to.
immersion.
No, I don't think so, because the game, when they first came out with the alpha, did it ever even like a little bit feel immersive or look immersive? No, it didn't. It was like this colorful. It just didn't. Now, it's good that they are actually getting into it and trying to make it a little gritty, and I think they're going to go over what some of the stuff they're doing, but man, it has to be immersive, because it's like, like I said, I'm going to always go back to Arc Raiders. I'm going to compare you to Arc Raiders. Like, if I play your game and I don't feel immersed into your environment that you have built, I'm gone, man.
We're trying to keep everything as believable and realistic as possible.
So we cranked up all the material responses, feel accurate, feel realistic. You know, you'll get gloss, you'll get crud and mud. And
That's
no
sick.
one of those things is all that sexy, but
And don't get me wrong, if it's not like the craziest immersive, but the gameplay is top notch, it's always gameplay is number one. But you got to be immersive. That's really what I wanted to get that off.
you layer in just a little bit more, responsive to light, a little bit more responsive
Gameplay
to
is number
glare.
one,
Things will
always.
part, water will pool. Layer in all these different things. The world becomes much more alive. It feels like a real place. And then when you're feeling like a real place and you feel in danger, now your run matters.
I look back at some of the alpha shots, and it's kind of hard to tell when it's sunny or when it's rainy. Weather feels like weather now. But like when it's sunny, you get this really nice like bleaching effect. It feels bright. It feels like warm when it's sunny now. I feel like we're just celebrating that color so much more. I think it just contributes to the whole effect.
So we have dead bodies in the game now. We also have like decay on the runners.
I'm not going to lie, they're doing a lot of good stuff. They really, really are, but will it be enough? This is the thing. Will it be enough is the question, and I just don't know. Like I said, I think them being FPS, first-person shooters, like the only thing that's on their side.
Themselves, like you'll actually see them fall apart. We're actually dropping the body stays there, and the body slowly decays over time as you loot it.
So you come into a room and you see a bunch of carnage, but you see one body is still pristine, you know that their killer is probably close, and you are not safe. If everybody is just a messy goop, you're probably okay.
That's actually a sick idea. Like, honestly, like, you know how like Fortnite stole, well, like Call of Duty stole a bunch of stuff from Fortnite, you know, all these games steal from each other. Well, I honestly, I wouldn't mind Ark putting that in there, because sometimes you get into a room and you're like, huh. You look around, you're like, uh-oh. Like, you know, it'd be cool to know, like, all right, this body's been here for a while, but it's not like game breaking, but I think it's a really, really cool, like, feature, you know what I mean? Or quality of life, or whatever you want to call it. It's not a feature, but
Audio
you
is
know
a
what I mean.
huge gameplay component in Marathon. Every sound plays a function.
They stole the birds. They probably never had birds. They played Arc Raiders, saw that they had birds. They're like, we need to put birds in our game. I do like this feeling, though. I could get scared in here.
Footsteps tell players everything.
I could get scared.
It's telling you what is the type of threat that's around you. Where are they at? Are they above you? Are they far away? Are they close by? So if I'm in bioresearch and I hear a particular material type, I know, hey, they're on the second floor and they're in this room. Our hero is the world. So we're constantly trying to figure out where can music help reinforce what is the vibe and intent of this place.
There was the discussion about the interaction between score and sound design. And I wanted to create a score that wasn't just like
What
full of
are
instruments you've
those
heard before. The job was,
glasses,
how can I
dude?
make what I'm seeing this race to survival even more nervous and even more terrifying and or even more thrilling.
Okay.
We have 4 zones, and each one of those zones has its own sort of approach to kind of level design and what it asks players to kind of think about and do. You're going to start with perimeter. You're kind of on the outskirts of the colony. It's a little more spread out. You got a little bit more
How many maps are
areas
they
to be
coming out with?
safe and to sneak around, but it's also a little more straightforward.
It really brings this sense of scale. It sits like in our fantasy as expansion site for the colony on the very edges of where they had settled on Tau Ceti. UESC are also there trying to understand what has happened and secure the area. Death is a part of Marathon. It happens a lot, even on perimeter, which we talk about as a more friendly zone to new runners. You are still gonna die a lot.
Okay. Got rain, okay.
You are trespassing in a military security zone.
It was really important to us that the UESC were not trivial to fight.
When you face them on Tau Ceti as a runner, you are the outlaw. You are trespassing.
They have a little bit of this haunted tone. So you can see they have this floating locomotion, they get these sparks, they have these sigils over their faces. Sometimes their behavior feels almost like they're possessed a little bit, like are they taking in commands from a remote AI? The elite tier is sort of like this dark blue. The mini boss tier is more like a lilac. The boss tier is just gonna be dipped in red.
I mean, I don't want to fight bots. You know what I mean? Like these type of bots. I don't know. It's just, it's hard to explain because like Arc Raiders are bots. They are. But like the way they move and they fly and then you got the little rollers, there's like so many different variety of them. Like, am I going to get like, is there like a spider that's going to come out and like a little like dog that's going to run after me? Okay, now we're talking. But I just don't know. I don't know. I'd have to play it, obviously, but I'm just worried about their PvE. Honestly, I'm like, just don't know if their PvE will be interesting.
They have these tendrils that latch out and leech onto you and start sucking away at your consciousness.
What the hell?
You're getting into marsh. You're starting to understand something bad happened here, and you're seeing signs of that in a way that wasn't apparent on perimeter.
On Dire Marsh, we've got the anomaly. And it's this strange alien entity that has erupted up out of the ground.
You're really feeling signs that this is more of an epicenter of where things went wrong on this colony.
It's got a different style of gameplay. It's more like a central complex that is rich with overlapping areas and regions that you can find yourself kind of bleeding from one encounter to another.
It's a great map to go in when you just want some action, and you're gonna need somewhere to farm.
Each map has different weather systems, it has different dynamic events that can happen, and your approach to them is never going to be consistent.
One of the needs that the design team thought that we should have is more challenging PvE activities.
Oh, you
Each
have
of our
to.
zones.
I mean, you got to make it challenging. I don't want to be, I can't shoot this bot and then next raid shoot the bot and the thing does the same exact thing every time. I kill it the same exact time every time. Not with the Arc, with the Wasp. I'll shoot the Wasp. Next thing you know, it's not dying. Now it's hitting me. And then all of a sudden I'm running. I'm like, screw this. I'm just going to run inside. Next thing you know, the roly-poly blows me up. Like, and it just continues. The next thing you know, a raider's chasing me, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden I find myself in a room. I'm looting up. I don't know. It just continues to go in Arc Raiders. This is like this unlimited storyline in Arc Raiders. Will their PvE bots develop stories? I don't know. That's the question we have here.
These bigger events that don't happen every session, but when they do happen, you'll know they're happening.
Building these types of events into the world shake up your run and make you decide, like, what do you want to risk?
Then you get to Outpost. An Outpost is a more functional, thriving UESC facility. There's scan drones flying overhead, the UESC's everywhere, there's tripwires, there's a weather hazards. It's a lot of stuff you're up against from the get-go.
Outpost is a smaller map, but it's also a lot more vertical. It's built around a specific building that we call the pinwheel.
This is just this meat grinder of a structure that's like a corkscrewed building that has nooks and crannies and hallways, and it just becomes a real, real cluster when you're in there fighting.
Kind of like Stella Montis. Even like the environment, like it's kind of got that like Stella Montis, area kind of. It kind of does a little bit.
The floor is raised on outposts and nothing is free. The pinwheel hosts some of the best loot opportunities.
But it's noisy, players are going to know you're doing it, so
Okay.
there's extra risks.
That's good.
The character you're going to spend the most time with is the zones. Understanding each personality of every zone. That's the storytelling every player gets.
Every time you're on the planet, you can look up and see the ship floating and looming in the skybox, reminding you of why this place even exists, but also reminding you that something up happened here, and you got to figure out what it was.
I like what they're doing here, though. Like, honestly, I'm gonna like say this. Like, it definitely looks like they woke up and they were like, "We gotta do something, and we gotta fix this game and actually make it at least like appealing a little bit." It's appealing. I'm looking at it like, I'm hoping for an alpha or a beta, because I mean, I'm gonna buy it. I'll probably buy it and play it and try it on stream, just because I'm like super into extraction shooters right now. So I'm gonna try this game because they got me. I'm looking now. I'm looking.
Marathon has a lot of loot in it. It's a huge pie. There's a ton of different implants at every rarity. There's a ton of different runner cores. For each runner, there's over 400 weapon mods.
Wow.
Like, it's just an outlandish
That's
number
a lot
of items to collect.
How many maps are going to be on launch? They've only showed what, two maps we got, or three? Like they gotta be competing with the Ark, man. You gotta come up with at least 5 or 6. Like I don't know. And how often are they going to be coming out with these maps? I mean,
there's going to be a really interesting period of discoverability where players sort of figure out, what are the pieces that I have available to me? How do I get them? And how do I put them together into something that's awesome?
You can go through and look at how many iconic weapons have come from Bungie. And it's something that we really want to hold up and make sure that we're matching that legacy.
Visually, they're all really, really distinct and clearly Marathon, but we wanted animation-wise a majority of them to feel recognizable. So when you put them in your hands, you knew how to use them.
Mods will basically allow you to increase certain stats on the guns, that battery SMG. The gold mod, full-blown, turns it into the needlet.
Okay.
The sidearm is a gun that is effective in close quarters, but maybe not too much outside of that. But the gold mod on this gun puts a suppressor on it, and then when I kill something with this gun, I turn invisible. And then that lends it to other build crafting if I want to sort of stack into how invisible can I be.
well, how long are you invisible for? What the hell? Like, I don't know about this one. So you're gonna tell me, wait a second, you're telling me that somebody can kill somebody and then all of a sudden be invisible and then I go in and I can't find the guy? Or is it like that cloaking? I'm assuming it. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Even some weapon mods can improve stats and your runner shell's capabilities. So there's lots of different ways to raise the floor of your stats so that you're coming into each run strong.
Horrible aim, man. What the hell did he do there?
Runner shells are a bioprinted body that you inhabit when you go down to Tau Ceti to scavenge the ruins of the Lost Colony. Each of our launch shells is really an archetype of
so this is like the...
So if you want to play like a frontline tank, if you want to play a rat character that wants to sneak around, if you want to find those rats, we have a shell for you.
Ah.
The idea there is like have a broad spectrum that everyone can kind of find a little bit of a home to, and then we're going to build on top of that.
I like that. I like that you can kind of play any way you want. But I just, like I said, I don't know about those PvE, man. These bots don't seem very interesting to me.
Cores and implants mold the kit into a playstyle that you want.
Let's see what they got.
So examples of those are like, on Thief, I get a second grapple. On Destroyer, I pull out my Riot Barricade, and as it takes damage, it's actually converting that damage into shield back to me.
And these can be used in combination with each other to shift the gameplay style of your runner kit.
At any point you feel like you don't want to risk anything, or maybe you're down on your luck and you want the opportunity to get back, Rook's your guy.
Rook is a prototype runner shell.
It's a mode where we make it easy for you to just kind of drop into a match that's in progress and run about and try to scavenge as much as possible.
If you are going in solo to a run that's already in progress, you don't have a team, you have a very limited loadout, but you're not risking anything. This lets you kind of get in, grab a little bit of loot, and then
So it's
bail.
like,
so when you get,
but you're coming in midway. I mean, oh god, dude, how much time? How many times are you gonna go in and it's just gonna be nothing there? Like at least with Dark Raiders, you go in a free loadout, like you'll get a full raid. So I mean, I don't know if they'll switch it, but I think that you should. I don't know. I think you should be able to go into at least a full raid, but I guess this is like maybe they just drop you right into the action. I don't know.
a really powerful
I don't
gun
know.
or implant or core, it is unlocking some new space or new challenge that you've never done before, and the loot is helping you reach greater heights.
Their whispers betrays them. Oh, that's creepy.
Faction agents are such a big vehicle for tone and narrative for the world.
Each faction has their own motivations, their own desires, the things they're going to ask you to do.
We've got Traxxas. They're the most powerful corporation in human history. They have very long arms and very deep pockets to kind of get what they want.
So they might ask you to go and find specific weapons or mods.
Congratulations, runner. Your last performance evaluation was rated on track.
If you're a PvP player, one of the factions is called Arachne. They're essentially a death cult. What that translates to is that they're asking you to go and kill other runners.
The sacred thermodynamics of violence.
Mida is all about destruction.
Okay.
They're going to give you grenades, they're going to give you claymores, they're going to let you blow the place up.
So I know Arc Raiders isn't going to be doing any like quest towards PvP, which I think is a good thing. So I don't know, like this is where it comes down with the PvE. What I think this game will end up being is a glorified looter BR. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just people just shooting each other. Like with the proximity chat, are people going to be friendly in this game like Arc Raiders? I don't know. That's the question, man. It's really what it comes down to, how do their PvE and how they execute it, really, truly, and what their PvE can do.
They are irreverent and dangerous. They might ask you to upload this malware into a UESC dropship, and as it leaves, it explodes and careens off into the distance.
We have big plans. Explosive, visionary.
Each of our factions has an upgrade tree that you unlock progressively as you gain reputation with them.
Okay.
And along the way, you're going to unlock these capstones that are these special upgrades. When you unlock that final capstone, you're gaining access to the best stuff in the market. You're getting gold items.
In addition, these faction upgrades can increase your runner's base stats, and those base stat upgrades are permanent for the rest of the season.
Okay. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. It's kind of like, you know, the skill tree, but in a different way. You're doing it in separate different factions, which that look pretty cool. I like that. I'm super into progression, so it's like I want a reason to play your game, but I have to like your game first. You know what I mean? So we got to get into the game and like it, and then we'll talk about progression. But as long as it's there, then I know in the back of my head, like, ooh, I can like this game.
Access denied.
Darius, you know me. Did you miss your last round of maintenance?
Don't search. Don't dig. Don't question.
Darius?
Access denied. Access
Hey, it's
denied.
okay. It's just me.
You're not alone.
The Codex is a suite of achievements, collectibles, audio logs, things that you're finding in Run that we're going to track for you over time. The more you find these items, the more story you're unlocking about them and what their role is in the world, why they're here, who cared about them, why they're as valuable as they are.
I'm repeating myself with these entries, but any fears inherent in the scope of this endeavor seem unfounded.
Within the Codex, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can unlock. Runner skins, weapon skins, weapon charms, stickers, emblems, backgrounds for your profile, and titles.
And what's up with the stickers and emerald and stickers and all that stuff in video games? I can't stand stickers. Get the stickers out of my face, man. And emerald, dude, get them all out, dude. Like, I don't want any of that stuff. Like calling cards, I just don't like it.
So it's everything from your first steps on
the
the world of Tau City 4 all the way through to becoming a vid master and taking on the most extreme
I want
challenges.
a sticker for.
The marathon ship is the hardest place to survive in this game. And if you're not ready to take your best stuff, well, you're not going to survive. It's like a heist for a runner. Cryo Archive is big in and of itself, but it's also cold. It's also hostile.
It's going to test every aspect of the survival game. Probably going to be forced to run to players in ways you haven't been on other maps. You're going to run into basically every type of environmental threat you have faced before. You're going to fight a who's who of the highest tier UESC units, and the UESC are there in this presence you haven't seen before.
So is there like difficult map?
It's really cool because each of the vaults is more successively challenging than the next. And that 7th vault is where you both are going to get the coolest thing, but also where you're going to learn the most about what happened to this place.
At some point in your journey in Cryo Archive, you might start wondering if the UAC are there to keep you out or if they're actually there to keep something else in.
Nice.
I think the thing that I'm most excited about for Marathon is getting into the hands of our players.
The biggest thing I want people to take away from Marathon is that it still feels amazing. It still feels like it has that spark.
It takes all the aspects that I think Bungie is really good at. First-person feel and gunplay, the super deep, crazy sci-fi lore, and it mixes up all those things together in a really amazing PvP package.
Really comes down to every single discipline that's working on the game. The animation has to be good. The sound has to be good. Everything
has to be good. And their PvP, the PvE, like that's gonna be the struggle for this game. I really do. Because it, like, I'm gonna say it, like it'll end up just being like a looter BR, because they definitely have the quests or whatever, the factions. You gotta go kill runners. So what's going to happen is people might love that stuff, and that's what this game ends up being, is just more of a PvP thing. But we'll see. We'll see.
In harmony.
That's when
They look
the
like
controller fades away, the
they're
screen
trying.
fades away. You're just immersed in the world.
That is what we're trying to live up to with Marathon.
It is a mad dash. I'm not going to front about that. It's a mad dash to the finish, but that's when you got to put in the elbow grease and the extra sweat and blood it takes to get this done.
They can do it.
Dude, what is this? What is it?
Let's go.
5 people in the extract.
Okay. March 26, coming March 26. Okay, so I mean, it looks good. It looks cool. But it's just gonna come down to it's just that PvE. It really is. And I can't even believe I'm saying that, because I'm like, I was always a PvP and I did not like PvE, but now that I played Arc Raiders, I just feel that like the game needs that PvE plus the PvP. It just needs that variety in that gameplay loop. And Arc Raiders just delivers it in the best way ever. Like, they just truly do, man. And I don't know if Marathon can do it, but I am going to definitely give Marathon a try because I never tried it. I've only seen gameplay, and I ended up playing Arc Raiders, and Arc Raiders just, I fell in love. So it's not like I'm going to hate on Marathon. I just don't know. You know what I mean? I just don't think, it doesn't look like it could compete with Arc Raiders, but they do look like they're cooking with a lot of stuff, and that game could be interesting. It could be interesting. It's just, it's going to be a tall task to ask to see if they can even sniff Arc Raiders' jock, seriously, because right now Arc Raiders is killing it. Embark is killing it with Arc Raiders with all the updates. So like Bungie's got to be ready to come in, and game comes out, drop new maps instantly, non-stop changing the loot pool and just adding events. You need events because we've already got 2 events. Game hasn't even been out for 2 months, and Arc Raiders has already got 2 events. You know what I mean? So they got a long way to go. Marathon's got a long way to go, but I will be here. I appreciate anybody that's made it at the end of this video. This was a long one, but I appreciate you so much. If you can hit a like up on the video, it truly does help. Helps out these videos. And yeah, no, we'll talk more about Marathon. Once we get some more information, I will come back on here. We'll react to it. We'll react to it and we'll yap about it. And any other extraction shooters come out, you know it. I'll be on it. And yeah, we'll be still plugging our way over on Arc Raiders, the finals, Fortnite. We'll be mixing in some games. We live stream a bunch of different games, but Arc Raiders is the best, man. That's the main game right now on the channel, and doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. But I am out of here. I hope everybody has a good day. And see you on the top side. Peace.